Hi guys, I am going to do my theme of the week with baby Zoan. As you can see, he's still wearing the outfit from Auntie Angela. All the outfits from Angela were so cute. Pretty much all my babies. All the outfits that I had on babies are pretty much still on babies. There's a few I've changed out because it's getting warmer. So, like the big fuzzy hat. It's getting too warm for that. So I figured it's baby Zoan's turn. I know he hasn't been on any videos lately. And for those that don't remember, he is a RealCare 2+, dark African male. And this week's theme is space. So I've got this really cute, what is it? Vitamins Baby onesie. And as you see, it's got adventures in space, some little rockets. I think that's supposed to be Saturn. I've talked to my son. Little, looks almost like a UFO. A really cute monkey in a spacesuit and a rocket. Some stars. And it's like a dark, bright blue. And some of the wording and some of the shapes are in a bright blue. And then the edging is all in this bright yellow. And I picked that up at, ooh, where did I get that? Where did I get it? Oh, at my favorite thrift shop. And, you know, I've been really cutting back. I know you've probably noticed, like, hauls and such. I've gotten to where with my clothes, unless I absolutely love it, I'm not purchasing it. Like, I have to be in love with it to purchase it. Like, there's so many things that I have seen that I'm like, oh, that's cute, but it's cute. It's not love. And I have so much for my babies. I need to go through their clothes again. The big thing that I need is winter clothes, because I really haven't bought much winter clothes. But other than that, I haven't really been buying much clothes for them. I'm more so like every time I look at something, I think of, okay, I've got the meetup coming up. And I know that at some point in the meetup, with our shopping, I am going to be purchasing a few baby items. I know that. I don't plan on purchasing a whole heck of a lot. I know last meetup, a bunch of us together, I know when we were at Old Navy had a sale going on. And a bunch of us picked up some different things from the sale items. But then we went down to, I believe it was Baby Gap. And Baby Gap had these adorable, soft dresses and onesies. And in fact, I still have mine. I think Crystal said she finally just sold hers. And I don't know about the rest. Tammy didn't buy any. I don't think Tammy was with us at that point. Because Tammy brought her kids last time, she was kind of in and out, so to speak. Like when we went to the Mall of America, it was primarily Crystal, myself, and the two other girls that shopped around together. Tammy was kind of with us at some points, and she had to go back to the hotel at other points with her kids. Some parts her kids were with the woman and man that she brought with. So, and Tammy was kind of bouncing around, so we didn't fully get to she didn't fully shop with us. And so I don't think she got the outfit. Cynthia was with us when we went to Old Navy. I remember that. I don't remember if we went to Baby Gat before or after we met up with Cynthia. Because Cynthia met up with us. We did a little bit of shopping. We went to eat at Rainforest Cafe. And then she had to go home. Because it was starting to get dark, I believe. And she didn't like driving in the dark. So she left a little bit early. But I know she was at Old Navy with us. Crystal has Claire's swimsuit. And Cynthia did buy that at Old Navy with us, and there was some other stuff that she bought at Old Navy. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick him up to get these jeans on him. But I know that I'm going to be purchasing, or we're kind of all planning on at least purchasing one kind of matchy outfit. I will be bringing Oakley. He looks cute in this. I will be bringing Oakley. Crystal's plan is to bring Veda. Heather will be bringing... actually, I will be bringing Heather's new baby. But Heather's baby, Jean-Marc. He is a light African male, so she'll have a boy. And if Kim comes... Kim is actually going to be bringing a dark African male. So, we'll for sure have two girls, or two boys, or two girls, potentially two boys, and then one of the other girls is still planning to come. She's still not 100%, but as of right now, she's still saving up for it. I believe she has the money to buy the tickets, she just hasn't bought them yet. And then the other girl, I'm not really sure about. The reason why I'm not really naming names right now is because I don't know if they're comfortable with their names out there like that. If they show up to the meetup, I obviously will ask their permission, especially since they will be traveling with children. If it's up to them, if they want their children in my vlog, and I know Crystal will be vlogging at the same time. So, I mean, obviously, I'm going to ask their permission because a lot of people aren't comfortable with their kids on the internet. And I fully agree. I have my kids on my personal Facebook, but I don't have my kids on YouTube anymore after that incident last year. So, you know, I'm getting excited for the meetup, but... Going back to what I was talking about, like, I've been going through a lot of my stuff in there because I've been getting quite a bit, and I'm trying to keep it down to a small amount. And, like, I mean, I have been purchasing bottles and pacifiers here and there, but mostly that has just been I've been purchasing those, modifying them, and listing them on eBay. I really haven't been keeping a whole lot for myself. Unless it's like a package of 3 and I wanted one, I'll sell 2 and keep 1. Or like the Dr. Brown, what are they? Holiday bottles and pacifier sets. I've been keeping those, but I also haven't been modifying them. I decided to just leave them alone. We used Dr. Brown's with my son, and we used man bottles with my daughter. So with the next child, I don't know which one of those two we'll use. And honestly, even though Dr. Brown's are a pain in the butt because of the 8 million parts, I liked them better. My daughter just liked the man ones because she only used man pacifiers. She only used man bottles. It wasn't until she was almost 9 months old that we finally got her to take a drop-in bottle. And I believe I had to use a man nipple, like, configure it onto the drop-in bottle ring. So it's just I've been getting to the point where I need to love something in order for myself to buy it. So I did have some time last week, and I went to my favorite thrift store, and I didn't buy any baby clothes. I looked at them, but there wasn't anything that jumped out at me. As well as they did raise their prices. It used to be everything was $1. Well, they had varying prices, but the one guy, he even told me, he's like, you know, we get all this stuff donated, and he goes, we have like literally totes and totes and totes of baby clothes in the back there. And he goes, they don't move. And he goes, honestly, I ring everything up for $1, and they're buy 5 get 2 free. And he goes, if something's marked, he goes, I try to give the marked thing to the person for free. And he goes, it may sound wrong, I know we're a charity, I know we're trying to make money. He goes, but a lot of people coming in here, they're coming in here because they can't afford to spend a lot of money on clothing, typically. And he goes, my conscience says that while they are purchasing items, you know, it is charity, kind of going full circle in his mind. I mean, so he was really nice. Him and I had talked before. One day he had just brought out a new tote of clothes and was hanging them up. And all their positions there are volunteer. And, you know, I was kind of looking at stuff. And I actually offered to help him hang up the clothes, like put the clothes from the tote onto hangers to kind of speed things up for him, as well as I got to shop it before it even got, excuse me, put on the rack. And he was thankful for that. But, like even, excuse me, guys. I went to Marshall's and Home Goods recently, and their baby sections are pretty picked over. There wasn't much in them. But I didn't find anything that I absolutely needed. The only thing I think I picked up at, or not, it was Marshall's, Home Good, and Ross. No, Marshall's and Ross. Ross, the only thing I purchased was 2 packs of pacifiers, which are going to go into my eBay store. And at Marshall's, I did purchase a few things to possibly sell on eBay or give as Christmas gifts. A pair of shoes for myself, and then I purchased like a little lovey. And I literally had to think long and hard about that lovey. Like, I carried it around the store for 20 minutes before I decided, you know what, I'm going to get it. And, you know, I just keep always going back to the meetups coming up. I would rather spend the money in Minneapolis than just buying it willy-nilly. Like, just buying random stuff because I feel I need to have it when I don't. The only thing that I've really been splurging on is different things for this stroller. But I'm going to do the whole stroller, my review on it. Which, yes, mine is the City Versa, which they discontinued. But in its place is the City Premier. Which, I don't know why they would discontinue one to just bring out the other one. And it's the exact same thing. Don't ask me. But I have been loving the stroller. The kids love it. My daughter thinks it's for her. She's a little bit, my daughter's tall for her age, but she has no torso. She's all legs. She can get in here, and her head fits right on here. If you pop the hood up, you probably aren't even seeing it up here. If you pop, her head will fit up to here. If you pop the hood up, her head, like this, her head's right in here. And she just loves it. I haven't really taken her anywhere in it, but like, it's in our living room currently, and she'll literally come in and sit in the stroller and watch TV. She said it's that comfortable. And the cats always also think it's theirs as well. But I've been enjoying it. It's so easy to fold. It's not much heavier than that Graco stroller that I had, but it's so much sturdier. Like, that Graco stroller, I'm not saying isn't sturdy. Like, when I say something isn't sturdy, I'm going by my thoughts on Urbini products, which to me are not sturdy at all. I hate them. They feel very flimsy. They feel very like they're gonna fall apart. I'm not a fan of Urbini products. But it's just, it's a sturdy, the Graco stroller is a sturdy stroller. It's a very, very nice stroller. I'm just used to, like, heavier strollers. Like, I do have a Graco umbrella stroller that I've had for, like, a million years. I actually had it the meetup that Crystal came down to North Dakota in 2009. I had it back then. And that was, my husband and I were trying to have a baby and we bought it at that point. My friend actually had bought it brand new as well. It wasn't her stroller. My friend had bought that type of stroller brand new the year earlier. And that's where I kind of fell in love with the Graco stroller I have. And then my husband and I, while we were trying, found it used at, I believe, Once Upon a Child for like $30. And I'm like, we're buying it. And I have not regretted that purchase at all. I mean, we're almost 10 years later, and I still have that stroller. I mean, the wheels are kind of like, if I could find wheels for it, it could probably use a wheel change at some point. The fabric on it is not in the best shape. The stroller will probably just die with us. But I've loved that stroller. It was very versatile. We used it a lot. We used it actually a lot more than like our Quattro strollers. And it's an umbrella. It's an umbrella stroller, so it would tip backwards if you had weight on the handle. This one, and where I'm talking about sturdy, like that Graco stroller, I tried hanging the bag from it and it would hang, but being it was a 3-wheel, it doesn't have as much weight in the front. So it would kind of start teetering back. So I'm thinking, well, if we're shopping around and I have to pick up Oakley and carry her, I have to put my bag in the stroller, and I didn't want to do that. With this one, I have had absolutely nothing in the basket. I have had the bag with some random stuff and my laptop in the bag, and hung it on the stroller, and the stroller, it didn't matter. It was perfectly fine. As well as, like, when you turn the seat around, that was my other thing, is because sometimes when you turn the seat around, it makes the front part heavy because the baby will be sitting more towards the front of the stroller, their weight, instead of on the back. And I was worried it might tip then, and it didn't. So I love the fact that it's very, these strollers are like well made, sturdy, as well as I love how the seat, I can fold it as it's rear facing. Like, I can fold the whole stroller. This is the only stroller that I found that you can do that. Most strollers, if they rear face, you either have to take the seat off or turn the seat forward and then fold the stroller. Like that Graco stroller that I had. I loved it because it could rear face and it was really nice. But if I wanted to fold it and I had baby facing me, I'd have to literally take the seat off completely and fold it without the seat. Or I'd have to turn it around and then fold it with the seat on. And with the seat on, it was kind of bulky. It was, but then with the seat off, then it's like, now I need to pile the seat on top of it, and I didn't want to fly that way. But this one is going to be so much nicer to fly. So, and I'm kind of rambling now. This video got longer than I wanted to. So I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Bye!